All right, good day, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be more like a Blender tutorial, but I'm not going to do much. This is just for people that maybe want to get around knowing how to do this and do that. So what we're going to be creating today is a paper bag. So just keep it as simple as possible. So we're going to be using a light source. We're going to be using a plane for the shadow and color of the paper bag. Then we're going to be using a line art modifier and other things, but it's going to be a very simple tutorial, nothing too complicated. So what I would like you guys to just watch, and I hope you find this video very helpful. I really hope you find this video very helpful for those out there. All right, let's get right into it. First of all, please, if you are new to this channel, please, you can subscribe, like, comment. I really want to see some comments. You can share the video to people out there that currently learning Blender and they want to up their games, up their skills on like learning Blender and so on and so forth. All right, so let us dive into it. First of all, this is I'm using Blender 4.2.3. So you see this what comes out, this what pops up when you open the application. So just click on the space any place, just click on the space around. Then this is the default cube. Then this is the sunlight and the camera. They're all here. The sunlight and camera is here. So what you're going to do is you're going to delete everything. So press A on the keyboard, then select everything, then click on X to delete all the objects. So the next thing you want to do, you want to add an object. So you're in object mode, so you press Shift and A to add an object. So we're going to add a cube. So what you want to do is to tab into edit mode. The tab on your keyboard, click on tab, then you go to edit mode. Then you can see we're not going to use the vector, we're going to use faces. So vertex or this, select the edge, or using this for the faces. So we're going to select the faces. So on top we're going to delete this one. So press X again to delete faces. So delete the face, and you have something like this. So now the next thing I want to do, I want to scale this. I want to scale this on the Y axis. So what I'll just do, I'll go to object mode, then hit S to hit S to scale, then click on the Y to indicate that exactly the place I'm going to scale. So if I want to use the X axis, I'll click on S and click on X. So I'm scaling actually on the Y axis. So scale on the Y axis to give you very good shape. Alright. So what we're going to do next now, we're going to do something. So I will tap, okay, not really edit mode. So here, so from here, what I will do next, I will have to do something. Click on this modifier, then look for solidifier modifier, this right here, solidifier modifier, click on it. Then what we're going to do next is the thickness. We're going to the thickness should be 0.01. That's the thickness you should use. Then to apply this, you have to be in object mode. So we're already in object mode. So we apply this. Apply. So what we're going to do next, we're going to go to sculpt mode, and first of all, we are going to go to remesh and check the voxel size. It has to be 0.01, just like that other the solidifier modifier. So let's go 0.01. Then after doing that, then we hit remesh to remesh size. So we have done that. So in the sculpt mode, what we're going to do next, we're going to use the grab tool. So scroll down to the grab tool. Then we're going to shape this bag into a paper-like bag, like we're going to do like a paper-like bag material. So so you just grab let's increase the size of this. You click on F, then move your mouse whether left or right. You can see the increasing the size, the radius of of how we want to get to drag or to pull any material. So using this thing sounds okay. Then let's see. Click on, then grab the bag to shape it like a paper bag. I think we should increase this F to increase the radius more, so you get what we're looking for. Alright, so let's work with this. So this is our paper bag so far. This is what we could achieve. And I like the bag. It's okay. This paper bag is okay. So this is what I've done so far. So what we're going to do next, we're going to go back to object mode. Then looking at what we have done so far, then we go to the viewport, we change it to shade, then go to here. Okay, we have done this. Click on shader editor, then you scroll up. So let's create a material. We add a material here. Let's scroll, zoom in, and let's grab this and so you can just use G to grab. Click on anyone, then use G to grab. So first of all, we're gonna add a color ramp, then add a shader to RGB. So let's go. First of all, Shift A. That just right here, not here, not here. Go put your cursor here, then Shift A, then search for color ramp. Alright, you can see that color ramp. Then put it here. Then let's move this a little bit. Okay. Right. So Shift A again to add a shader to RGB. Click shader to RGB. You add it here. You can see. So this is connected to shader color. Then let's connect this guy to here, then the color to surface here. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna want to add. It depends on you. We could add a light source. Let's add a light source. So we add a cube here. So let's add like a light source, a sun. Let's add a sun. So we're gonna add a sun now. Sun here. So Shift A to add a sun. But before I do that, you can see the cursor, 3D cursor here. So if anything I add here, it's going to come to this 3D cursor. So let's try it now. Show you something. So it will not make that mistake next in case of maybe in the future when we are doing something. Okay. Am I lost? Nope. Can't be lost. Light. So sun. So if we add a sun, we can see that the sun is inside. It's actually inside, practically inside the bag. So I like the way this is appearing though, but we don't want that to happen next time. So let's control Z to undo. So what we're gonna do, we want to move this 3D cursor somewhere in 3D space, but we're gonna move it in a very good direction. So I clicked on this X to give me the looking at it on the X direction, then press and hit on shift, then middle mouse button to pan. Let me take the 3D cursor over to this side. So I will press the shift, I hold the shift, then click on the right mouse to move the 3D cursor to somewhere else in space. Sorry. Okay, so let me move around. You can see where it is, somewhere here now. So I can now add my sunlight. So shift A to add the sunlight, sun. Okay, so you can see where the sun is right now. So but I want the angle of the sun to come directly facing this object, so I will just drag it so it'll be pointing to this object. That we can actually click on the X. Let's look at it better. Let's grab, okay, position it properly the way we want it. Okay, I think this is okay. Let's see. We want to change the color on this, giving it a paper bag like color, so which is more yellow, which is always yellow. Paper bags are always like yellow, so let's look for the yellow color. Okay, okay, so you can see how this looks like. You can see the color, you can see the color how it looks like depreciating. This is actually this color here, then this one that is looking a bit dark is like the ones that the sun is not actually touching, but don't worry, you get the hang of it sooner or later. So it's gonna look like this, something like this. So what we're gonna do next, we're going to walk on the wall, like just the environment. So we want to add lighting to the place. We want to change the color. So we're gonna go from object here. But first of all, we want to make this thing look more nice, like adding a grease pencil to this and adding a stroke, like a black stroke, to the object. So let's try that. In object mode, we're gonna shift A to add a grease pencil, a blank grease pencil. So what we're gonna do next, that grease pencil, we're gonna add a modifier. Remember, yeah, still this modifier here, spanner shape like tool. Then add a modifier. We go to line art. You click on line art. Then the collection here. This is the collection. Click on it. You click on the collection. Then the layer. The layer is certainly GP layer here. So you click on GP layer. Then material. What's the material? Black. Click on black. So in order for us to actually get the view to see this material, we need to add a camera. We don't have a camera, so we're going to add a camera. So remember what I said before adding an, if I have to add a camera here now, the camera will be around here because of where this 3D cursor is placed. So right now I want to move this 3D cursor to around here. So what I'll do, I'll press shift, then right click to move the 3D cursor from the sun here. But if I added the camera, it will take here as a position. Alright, so here just change the line thickness here to probably 10. It depends on what you want, what you like, your taste. Enter. Okay, so we're done that. So let's look at this the position of our camera. Okay, camera view. So you can just move around to change the whole thing. So this is our camera, and when we hit 0, it's going to take us in view. So just scroll inside. You can see the black line out material around the object we've created. You can see the black line of material around the object. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to add a plane. Okay, so we're going to add a plane, but let's go back to the world and let's actually see what we're actually looking at. So this is what we're looking at in the world. We are seeing the background and the world outlook. So we're going to add a light path here, just here. Then for the background, Shift D to duplicate. We're going to duplicate this background. Yes, we're going to duplicate this background. Okay. A mix shader. So the same Shift A, we add a mix shader. Right. So sorry. So we bring the mix shader right here. Let's connect this to the surface, and let's grab this, get this once back. Just give it just make some room here. Okay, so we've added the light path and we've duplicated the background. We added the mix shader, so we connect the background here. Let me just move this. Okay, the background to the shader. Then we connect this other background to the shader. Then we connect this one to this point. Alright, so we connect the shader to the surface. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do something. We want to add the color for here. So this controls this, like actually the environment color. So let's increase this. Let's put it to white. You can see how everywhere is white. Now we want to actually add the Alright, so now we have done this. This actually controls the color, like the background color, but this other background controls the shadow. But we can actually add here, but I don't think. Well, let's see if we can. Can we see? We're gonna see a shadow. I don't know. It's black. So looking at it, I don't think you're gonna see a shadow. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do something. We're gonna add a plane. So from that plane, we're going to use that plane to see the shadow of this object. So if I can guess, look at the direction of the light. The light is facing this way. There's a light. So the shadow should probably come around here. So let's get into work now. So we're gonna do something. We're gonna add a plane. So in object mode, stay in object mode here. Shift A. Alright, I almost forgot again. Remember the origin this origin. If I actually add a plane now, it's going to appear here. So let's use the snap tool, that is Shift S, then move cursor to world origin. So you can move with the cursor to grid, you can move to selection of grid, you can move to active, you can move to anyone. So let's move it to world origin, because that's where we want our plane to come from. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to Shift A, then we're going to add a plane. Okay, now we added a plane. You can see the plane right now. So we're gonna move this. Let me toggle this to the Y. So let's move this down and under the object. So grab, I'm gonna hit on G key, then on the Z axis, hit on Z. You can see the Z, that blue line, the Z. So let's go down. You're gonna go down a little bit. You're gonna move it down. Okay, let's move it just slightly above the object, just a little bit. Alright, let's leave it here. Then what we're going to do now, you can see the object below there. We want to scale it. So we can scale it. We don't need to scale it maybe on the X and Y. Just scale it all around. So we'll just press S and drag to scale all around. So if you're going to scale it on the X or the Y, you just click on the axis you want, X, Y, or Z, and anyone. But I don't think it's scale on the Z because it's plain. So let's increase it small. Alright, you can see the shadow now. You can see the shadow. You can see the shadow of that. You can see the shadow of the object right now. So let's leave it at this point. So we can currently see the shadow of this object here on the plane. So, but I want to do something. I want to change the color of the plane. I want it to be more like the color of this surrounding. So I will go back to object here. So I'm in world. So I'll go back to object. Click on object. Then I can literally copy and use the other materials, or I can just create a new material. When I create a new material, I see this one, then G to grab and move, then click on one to just press on G, then grab selected, click this one to select, then G to grab. Then I want to add those things I added before. So what I added before, I added a color ramp and a shader to RGB. So I'm going to do that again, color ramp and shader to RGB. So let's add a color ramp, Shift A. We'll add a color ramp, sorry about that, color ramp. So let's add a color ramp here. So let's go Shift A, shader to RGB, shader to RGB, shader to RGB, let's add it here. Automatically shaded by itself. Let's remove this and give it on. So we want to change this plane to a white and ash color. So like white in the sense that it's having like the background color. So you can see this. So if you move the toggle this to now, you can see it's going to look as if it's white. You can see it's white already. Then for click on this black, click here. Let's zoom in. Click on this knob. Sorry. Okay. So go here. Then let's make it a bit ash, like an ash color. Let's give it light black, like just something that looks more like ash. Okay, you can see it. All right, you can see the color now. So you can see our so it's looking great. So we'll see what we have done so far, and this is looking very nice, looking like a paper bag, just like an animation with the black outliner effect, just making it look very nice. And you can see the camera, you can see the sun, you can see the plane, you see the paper bag material, yellow, the shadow, you can see the lighting how it is on the bag material. So this is actually looking very nice, and I love what I'm seeing. I mean, looking very nice. Sorry about that. The other thing I could have done, I would have added maybe a noise effect, probably even do a camera shift, like to pan the camera to move maybe left or right, then add maybe a noise modifier to add a kind of wiggling effect. I did that on a video. Alright, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you find this video very helpful. Just follow my channel and just like, subscribe. I'll be dropping more content like rigging, how to rig and invert kinematics and the whole rest. So I'm looking at animating an object for now. I just decided to do this as my first video, and this is actually my first video. I decided to do this as my first video. It's actually my first video. So like, subscribe, comment. I would like to see some comments. So there's nothing more. This is all we did so far. So don't forget the steps we took so far. Remember, when you are sculpting, what you need to do, you remesh, voxel size, and objects. What else? So the modifier. Remember, when you use a modifier, you apply it. Alright, so this all there is to it. I'll see you guys maybe probably in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.